Hmm. 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 Alright, so welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I talk about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, and his beautiful wife, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. I hope you're a fan, because I am, but if you're not, you're still welcome to join me and listen. I'm on the metro, as you can tell, and so we'll just have to talk as I'm going through my day. So yeah, as I was saying, I hope you're a fan the way I am, but if you're not, it's okay. You can still join me. So yeah, I was supposed to be on a plane to New York and then Chicago as we speak. And I had to cancel my flight because the Chicago leg was problematic. There's some bad weather coming, and I just thought with everything, just the whole thing, I just thought it was best to cancel. So I'm a little down, but you know, life goes on. So I'm just gonna take care of some other things that I need to do and bring you along as we talk about Meghan and Harry.
Châtelet. Assurez-vous de ne rien oublier à bord. Please make sure to collect all your belongings. Por favor, no olvide recoger su equipaje.
I wanted to talk about, well, I read somewhere, we need to find the RERA first of all, RERA, so yeah, one of the first things I saw this morning was how the BBC, the British Broadcasting BBC company, British Broadcasting Company, is that what that stands for? They don't have balanced, they're not offering balanced coverage of Meghan and Harry, and so a lot of British viewers have complained about the organization that, you know, they are biased basically against Meghan and Harry, which is not unusual. I mean, they complained about Piers Morgan in a different context as well. But I do think it's, you know, commendable that people are standing up and, you know, saying, wait a minute, you know, you are a media, a very well-respected media outlet, and you need to be more balanced in your coverage, because then it's just propaganda and nobody can really trust RERA. No one can really trust, you know, the message or the messenger, right? So that was kind of interesting, I thought. So alright, so I'm on the RERA. No, I'm not going to Disneyland today. I wish I were, but not today. But I'm going just next to Disneyland Paris, because if you can't go to New York, then you should go to La Vallée Village, La Village Vallée, La Vallée Village, something, I don't know. It's a shopping area, so you just go there and you do some collateral damage and you make yourself happy. Yeah, so as I said, I missed my flight. I didn't miss my flight. What happened was I was up early, but there was a weather bulletin for the northeast of the US, because I'm going to New York and Chicago. You know, Christmas was going to be in Chicago, and it would have been a white Christmas, but the problem is, you know, to get there on Christmas Eve from New York was a problem. And then my parents were driving from Atlanta to Chicago as well, and we just thought, you know, with Dad's situation and everything, that it's just crazy. Just forget about it. So yeah, I canceled my trip, and you know, I want to tell you, I've never been to Chicago, and you know, I was really looking forward to being in New York for many different reasons. I'm bummed. I'm definitely bummed, but at least I can talk about Harry and Meghan, or Meghan and Harry, Meghan and Harry. I love saying Meghan and Harry. So what else is going on with them? So, you know, we're still reeling. I mean, I guess everybody is still reeling from their docuseries parts 1 and 2. And then they drop that they have this new Netflix show, this documentary called Live to Lead, which is in association with the Nelson Mandela Foundation and another enterprise. And they're going to be interviewing all these really influential people in the world. And that's dropping on December 31st, New Year's Eve. And I just thought, whoa, who even knew they were working on this? But apparently they've been working on it for a while. And one of the people they're interviewing is the Prime Minister of New Zealand. And what is her name? I didn't even know what her name is, to tell you the truth. I've forgotten her name. But she came out and she said, you know, she sort of distanced herself from them, and she said that she did the interview in 2019 with the Nelson Mandela Foundation. It had nothing to do with Harry and Meghan, but apparently Harry and Meghan are the executive producers, so they sort of took over. It's kind of like with their docuseries where they had a director and then that director quit. So they hired a new director, Liz Garbus. I guess it's something similar where someone else was executive producing this documentary, and then R12 Productions came on later to be executive producers. So I don't think Harry and Meghan are making any claim that, you know, they're BFFs with the New Zealand Prime Minister. I mean, it's a docuseries, so her need to come out and distance herself was really, in my opinion, you know, not very nice. It wasn't very nice, and it wasn't very necessary, but I guess she felt it was necessary because, you know, of course, Harry and Meghan are not particularly adored in New Zealand and Australia. So she came out and she just really distanced herself. And I hope that, you know, maybe they should put out a statement just explaining, look, we're executive producers of a show, and we're going to be executive producing a lot of shows. Some of these shows are our originals, and some we come on later in the project, and that's quite normal in our industry. And, you know, as some kind of disclaimer, because, but on the other hand, I think that the New Zealand president stirring up controversy once again with Harry and Meghan means that the docuseries will get good ratings, and I think maybe they like that. Maybe they even court, you know, maybe they even court the controversies, and because it means just more ratings and more eyeballs, because people are just hungry for everything Harry and Meghan, if you know what I mean. Okay, so here we are. I like to come here once per year. This time of year it's very nice here. It's like a huge shopping area. I don't shop, I just window shop, if you will. But it's just so festive, you know. So anyway, so Harry and Meghan and this journey they are on, it's just epic, isn't it? So what did you think about Camilla Parker Bowles, the Queen Consort of sorts, consorting with the likes of Piers Morgan and this other character? His name is Jeremy Clarkson or Jerry Clarkson, something like that. I don't really know his name because I try not to expose myself too much to all that toxicity that comes out of the British media. It's a lot, and it disturbs me. I don't know why everyone in the country seems to be like this. It's not normal. Well, not everyone. That's not true. I think there are many people who are not that way, in fact, but a disturbingly high percentage are. And it's strange because, to me, the English people are so like amazing, they're so beautiful. I love their movies, etc., etc. But the thinking is really strange. And so, anyway, Camilla, Parker Bowles' Queen Consort, she had lunch with Piers Morgan and this other anti-Meghan character who said the other day that he dreams of the day. And I'm paraphrasing. I don't know the exact quote, but I read this in one of the YouTube news channels, that he said he dreams about seeing Meghan naked and parading through the streets of England with people throwing shit at her, like something to that effect. And I was genuinely aghast, honestly. I mean, there's so much toxicity that comes out of this place, as I said, but even so, I was stunned that someone would say something like that and it would be printed in a reputable paper and people would applaud that. But then what was most shocking of all was that this man's daughter issued a statement denouncing her own father and what he said about Meghan. And I was just speechless with the whole thing. But these are the types of characters that Camilla Queen Consort, the mother-in-law of Meghan and Harry, is consorting with. These are her associates, her colleagues, her friends, her lunch mates. And I just thought, what? And nobody finds this disturbing? Nobody finds this disgusting? Nobody is appalled? I mean, basically that is speech. She's saying something. She's saying that she agrees with what this man said. Because not just what he said in that particular statement, but his overall stance against her daughter-in-law, Meghan. And nobody finds it disgusting. For me, that's disgusting. The fact that people, find this completely normal. So yeah, I'm lost. No, I'm not lost, not yet. But it's quite immense here, and every year I get every year I get a little lost. Oh my gosh. So that was my sentiment on Camilla. I mean, that is really low that she is publicizing it and she is making a statement. That's what she's doing without speaking, because that's how people like that speak, is like they act and you have to interpret what they mean. And she's sending a message. They're sending messages to Meghan. They're united in their hatred of Meghan, and they're not hiding it, and people love it, and people act. Look at this tree, so beautiful. And people then subsequently act on it, Bonjour. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Yes, and that's exactly what Meghan said in her documentary, that, the hatred that is stirred up by these people online, and also by the behavior, the silence, and the non-verbal communication of the royal family, encourages people to start targeting her and sending death threats and causing her to feel suicidal. And basically they're saying, we don't give a F-U-C-K, we don't care. That's my interpretation. And on top of that, your enemies are our friends. And the thing is that a friend of my enemy is my enemy. This is a rule, and this is true. And yeah, I think it's disgusting. I really think it's disgusting. I can't even mince my words with this. It's disgusting on the part of the Queen Consort. So yeah, and so when Meghan said many months ago that there is complicity, she said, you are complicit. And you know what? It's true. The royal family is complicit in this harassment against Meghan. And they do it with their silence, they do it with their nods, they do it with certain gestures and actions they take. And I think it's inhumane. There's a streak of inhumaneness running in the blood of these people. It's unconscionable. I mean, this woman just came out and said, you know, you're causing people to want to kill me. And basically they're telling her, we don't care, right? That's what they're saying. I find it disgusting. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So anyway, this is La Vallée. La Village Valley, La Valley Village. I can never remember. I come once per year. It's like being in like this almost, I want to say Swedish. I've only been to Sweden for a weekend, to Stockholm. So I really don't know what a Swedish village really looks like. But it sort of makes me think of Sweden. You know, this place. But it also is quite French in its own way, you know. Strasbourg and I don't know where, you know, but I do love it, and it's quite a thing I do once per year. I typically don't buy anything. It's an outlet mall, in case you don't know, and so you can get everything here. All of the big designer names are up here, but it's never in my budget. I'm too poor even for the outlets. So I satisfy myself with just walking and looking at things, and yeah, late night shopping, everything in English. They cater a lot to the English audience from England and from America and other places as well, because English obviously is the international language, right? It's raining heavily. My phone is going to be ruined, and it's already ruined. I need a new phone. What's playing here? Meghan and Harry. Every time. They are going to survive this. It's going to be beautiful. It is already beautiful. I mean, they're keeping us all so busy with, it's like, it's a dizzying story. Meghan and Harry. I can barely keep up. Oh, look who's singing over here. My phone is going to be ruined. Oh my God, it's raining so heavily. Champagne bar. Should I go get some champagne? I don't think I can afford champagne. Can you believe I missed my trip to New York? Like I'm bombed. Like you have no idea. I'm bombed. Like you have no idea. Like really, I'm beyond bombed. It's like I was so depressed, and I just stayed in bed till noon because I was supposed to get up at 9. I did get up at around 6, checked, you know, my flight and stuff. The flight to New York was okay, but the Chicago leg, it was like a no, you know, it's a no, I can't do this. And I can't put my parents through this also. So it's not your problem. It's not your problem. This is about Meghan and Harry. Fendi. Chloe. Where's Chloe? Chloe was somewhere there. I can't see anything. First of all, I'm wearing my glasses and the lenses are fogged up with water. And second, it's just, I can't see. The car. Moncler. How do you say this? Moncler. I love this place, actually. It makes up for not being in New York. New York, I love you. And I miss you so much, but it didn't work out this year. Did not work out. Well, all right, so I should wrap this up. Thanks for listening. I think I'm pretty much done because I can't think of anything else. I mean, except maybe Diane von Furstenberg. She, what did she do? She posted a picture of Meghan and Kate Middleton today wearing the same dress years ago. I think even before Meghan had met Harry, and wishing them all a great new year. And I do too. But as I have always said, it needs to be predicated on mutual respect. And I think that's appallingly lacking in the royal family too, as this young woman, the wife of one of the senior members of the royal family, whether you want to give him that title or not, that's what he is. He's the son of the king. So he is a senior member of the family just by biology. And it is incredibly disrespectful the way that they have treated this woman. And so she can't be friends unless there is respect. And that's true in general. I mean, for myself also. And that's something that I learned later in my life. I mean, you cannot be friends with someone unless there is mutual respect. It's as simple as that. On that note, I'm going to say good night, my darlings. I have to head back to Paris. And yeah, thanks for listening. It would be nice if you subscribed. Bye. You better not pout. Telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.